Hello, Movie Club. Um, Hello, Movie Club. This week we watched Drive, directed by Nicholas Winding Refn, starring Ryan Gosling. First thing I'm going to say about this movie is that I really enjoyed it. It was a really interesting movie. It was really beautifully shot. Like, the cinematography was really, really incredible. Some of the shots you see there are just going to blow you away. And it's helped so much by a fantastic soundtrack. Absolutely loved the soundtrack in this. Like, I enjoy films with like an orchestral soundtrack, but a film that uses songs like the way Drive does, it really gets you infused because you can relate to that song and that scene and the drama that's going on. So thoroughly enjoyed that. It starred Ryan Gosling, who I've never seen in a movie before. This is my first time watching Ryan Gosling, and I'm very impressed. He said so little in this movie, and he took his time saying everything. He really, really had that character down to a T, and he's not a character that has he's not a character that has like set little things that he does with his hands and physical. He talks in a way which is just so interesting, and he'll take like, I think there was one bit where he took like a minute to say hi to someone, just in the hallway. Hi. Hi. So it was really good. It was really good still. The dialogue is very good. Written very, very well. It's based on a book, as they say at the beginning of the film. But yeah, like, I found Ryan Gosling's character in Drive could be almost related to Johnny Depp's Edward Scissorhands. Because, like, you think of Edward Scissorhands and you think of, Jack Sparrow, and they're completely different. And I think that might be Ryan Gosling's Edward Scissorhands, but I don't know. I've never seen him in anything else, so I don't know if he's like that all the time, or if he's different in other things. If he's got really contrasting characters, but he was in. I can't remember the name about it, but it was in a movie about drugs and it seemed quite gritty. It seemed quite interesting, so I'm probably going to watch that next. I'm really quite excited to watch Ryan Gosling in more stuff. I think he's a great actor, and I think he'd be really good in other stuff. He also in the movie was Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad, and I love Breaking Bad like addicted. So good, and he was just as good as in this. He is a really good actor, Bryan Cranston. He's so watchable. You can watch him in anything, and he'll just be interesting all the time. And he always plays characters in like this way that you just want to hear them say more. You just want to hear them talk about anything. And like, in Breaking Bad they use that quite a lot, and in this they use that quite a lot. And he's quite a contrast to Ryan Gosling's character, who's very quiet, when Bryan Cranston's character is very talkative and very good. And it's really nice to have that kind of edginess in there. The film itself is really gory. It's really gory. I couldn't watch some of it because it was really gory. But I think that's there with a purpose. I think it's more gory than some like horrors that I've seen. But I'm gonna say that it was good. It was well fitted. Sometimes a bit overdone, I will say. I think the shot of that dude's head in several pieces on the floor in a pool of blood, maybe that wasn't necessary. I'm just gonna say, but it was necessary in some places. Like, the action in this was very good. It was like you wait for the action like you wait for the scary part in a horror film. There'll be these really, really tense moments where you're waiting for something to happen, and you can feel it happening. Just like in a horror, you can feel the scary part coming. And in this, you can as well, but in the completely opposite way. Everything's really quiet, everything's really calm, of course. And you have no idea when it's going to happen. Like, some bits in that movie made me jump more than a horror would, because they did that really they did that really suspenseful kind of feeling really well, and you know, you find yourself on edge most of the time. It's a very unpredictable movie as well. Like when they're in the lift and he just goes for it, and you don't know whether he's gone for it or not. It might have just been in his imagination, or it might not have. Really kind of twisted me out. I'm gonna say it didn't happen because, you know, then it just flashed back to normality. But I still thoroughly enjoyed it. Everyone in this movie was really good. Like, I don't think there was anyone who, you know, could have lacked. I'm just going to. Give me 1 second. I'll be right with you. Ron Perlman played this really nasty dude, and I was really surprised to find out he's also Hellboy. And I love it when that happens, when you see someone like in a random movie and then you see them again, you have no idea until you look into it and you find out and you realise, well, I've just discovered quite a good actor. So, you know, it's always really enjoyable, and his character was really quite nasty in the worst kind of way, because you really didn't like that character, and you didn't have to say much for that to be aware. And of course, there was Albert Brooks's character, who you thought you liked, but of course, no, not at all. So, you know, all the characters and the relationships are really kind of locked together, and it feels like you could have any one of those characters you could have had this as the main point in this movie, and it still would have been interesting. You could have had any one of those. You could have been following any one of those, following their story, and it still would have been interesting. Christina Hendricks, her character was quite brief, but you could still tell that she thought loads into that character. I just really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good movie, and I would definitely watch it again, and I'd probably watch more of pretty much anyone involved. If I heard that they were in another movie, I'd probably check it out, because I'm really quite impressed with that film, and I'll give it 4.5 stars out of 5. So thank you, Movie Club, and that was my opinion. So thank you, Movie Club, and I will see you on the next time.